Good afternoon. I would like to start off by warmly welcoming all the families and friends here today. Your IHS graduates have made it at last, and in a way, so have you. It's a great accomplishment, a stepping stone for a future that lies ahead. So, it's okay. You can cry. Even you, dads. I'm up here today as living proof that as long as you persevere, stay determined, trust in yourself, and never give up for years and years, then one day you might be able to be second place. Congratulations, Eric. But in all seriousness, congrats, Eric. You're the real MVP. Unlike many of you in this room, I am not a born and bred bulldog. I joined the school in the 9th grade, knowing virtually no one and nothing about this place. I was going to spend the next 4 years of my life. Immediately, I was struck by the sense of community and support we have here at IHS, from our compassion for each other to our team spirit. Many of our parents this past year invested a great amount of time and hard work into planning events such as our incredible after prom. This year, Indies class of 1966 came together 50 years after their own graduation to offer scholarships, support, and sage advice to this year's seniors. For all of these things and more, we are grateful. It is Independence's huge heart and IHS's sense of unity that makes it so hard to leave. And with the good year gone, we will have to say goodbye not only to our class, but also to some remarkable teachers. Mr. Taylor, Ms. Claiborne, Mrs. Jones, Mr. Webb, Mr. Harlan, Mrs. T, and Mrs. McBride. Although some have not walked our halls for long, you will be fondly missed. Mrs. T, you have touched me personally as not only my science teacher and NHS sponsor, but my mentor who gives me hugs when I need them. Mrs. McBride, your devotion to K-Club and your students is unforgettable. Although a few teachers that I am personally impartial to are not quite leaving just yet, I would like to officially recognize them. My teacher of 3 years, Mr. Bradbury, my coach for 4 years, Ms. Burris, and the unpredictably funny and musically talented Mr. M. Mrs. Stanley, you've taught us writing skills we will use for the rest of our lives, and most importantly, that it's okay to cry about your essay assignments, because everyone else does it anyways. Mr. Houlihan, thanks for always inspiring us to do our best, putting up with your AP Calculus class and not letting us drive you crazy. Although we are leaving, let us not forget about our mentors and supporters in IHS who have pushed us to succeed and will continue to encourage us in our future endeavors. We are not only privileged with their supportive and caring community, but also with their loving moms, dads, guardians, siblings, grandparents, aunts and uncles, cousins, pets, and friends, many of which have traveled far to come together today and see us take this next big step into the unknown. Take some time today to reflect on everything they've gone through with you. It's our families and friends that we always know we can depend on, that have done so much for us, from helping us on homework to simply being there to come home to. So, from all of us, thank you. Who knows what we'll face when we walk out those doors? There's one thing I know for sure, that no matter how and why we got here or where we're going next, we as a class will continue to be there for one another as we always have been these last 4 years. Whether you join the military, attend a 2- or 4-year college, or start a career, take what you've learned from your time here in Independence so that one day, if you find yourself successful, you can be reminded to give back to your community as Independence gave to us. 50 years from now, I'll meet you back in that room to decide on the recipients of scholarships and awards for the class of 2066. We may be old and slightly senile, but you better believe that I'll remember to book my ticket back, and I know you'll all do the same. In the words of Stephen Schwartz in his song For Good from the musical Wicked, it may be that we will never meet again in this lifetime. So let me say before we part, so much of me is made of what I learned from you. You'll all be with me like a handprint on my heart. And because I knew you, I've been changed for good. Class of 2016, it's been an honor. Thank you.
This time, I'd like to recognize our valedictorian.